Okay, so this is a protractor. Some of you have used it in Alex. I'll be honest with you, when it is on Alex, it is extremely hard to measure on Alex with the iPad, and it's tricky. It should be easier today. Okay, the first thing you need to do, everybody, have it flat on your notebook. Is it facing the right way? So you should be able to rate should be able to read School Smart. So if it's backwards, flip it over. So School Smart right there. Now, we're just going to talk about it because these little things that I'm going to tell you right now are very useful when we start using them. Now, do you all see the number 2 right here? Yeah. Identify the number 2. Okay. Do you guys see this like backwards upside down T that's created right here? Do you guys see that? Okay, that's extremely important. So everybody look down at your protractor and identify this backwards upside down T, I should say. That upside down T, I'm going to reference to it a lot. I'll be like, okay, fine, put this on your upside down T. Put this on your upside down T. So this is a very important mark to know where it is. Upside down T, stop. Okay, upside down T. So Javier, you're not looking at exactly where I need you to be. Upside down T. Okay. Second thing I need you to notice, over here on this side, do you guys see the 0 on this side? Right here. So 0 is right there. Now we have 0, and then we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, all the way. This is 170, right? But do you see how we're still counting? So what would this line be? 180. 180. Very good. So those are those top numbers. So out here, we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 90, all the way to 180. This is your upside down T right there. Now, what if I go the other way? Whoops. What if I go and start this way? What would this line be? Anybody know what this line would now, if I go this way? No. This would now be 0 if I start from this way. Now, here's your 10, your 20, your 30. So sometimes we're going to use the outside numbers. So these are out here are your outside numbers. Okay, so these are your outside numbers. And then what do you think I'm going to call these numbers? Inside. Your inside numbers. So these are your inside numbers. So these are your inside numbers and the outside numbers, okay? And you'll use both. Sometimes, David, I don't understand what you're doing. Sometimes you'll use your inside numbers and sometimes you'll use your outside numbers. What's the biggest mistake we see kids do? They'll use the wrong set of numbers. And as adults, we can quickly see that, oh, no, wait, you're using the wrong side, okay? Because we know what's coming up. All right. Whew. Anything else? I think that's it for now. Okay, now what I need you to do is just take your pencil. I'm going to use my pencil. I'm going to draw a dot. Let's see, let me zoom out a little. Okay, so take your pencil, leave some space, skip some space, put a dot kind of in the middle of your paper, just a dot, like so, and then draw me a line. So if you flip this around, it's a ruler, and we're going to use it as a ruler. We're not going to measure, we're just using it as a straight edge. So we're going to draw here. Okay. If I use the line on your graph paper, use your line in your notebook. Don't draw it like in the middle. Use the line. Makes it straight. All right. Arrow, arrow. Okay. Everybody draw a dot and an arrow. Everybody draw a dot and an arrow. Dot, arrow. All right. Backwards T. Not backwards. Upside down T. Do you remember that upside down T? That upside down T will go on your dot. So go ahead and place your protractor, the upside down T, on your dot. So do it before I do it. Find your upside down T and put it on top of your dot. Okay. Do you guys see how my dot is on the upside down T? You see that? Okay, now the second thing you have to check is this line right on top of that line right there. So do you see how mine's not? Let me zoom it in. That's great. Do you see how my line's not on this line? So your pencil line has to be on top of this line. Does it matter? Yeah, it does. So make sure that this pencil line is right on top of this line right above the 4. So go ahead and move it. So
above it or on top of it?
On top of it. Thank you. So 2 things have to happen. What's the first thing? Your dot has to be on top of the upside down T. And the second thing that has to happen is that this line has to be on top of that long line on the protractor. So I'm going to move it a little because mine's a little off. All right. Do you see now how it, you'll see in a second. You see how now it lines up perfectly? All right. Does it matter? Yes, it does. All right. So now we are going to put a dot on 40 degrees. Okay? Now where is 40 degrees? So this is 0 degrees. So am I going to use the inside numbers or the outside numbers? Inside. If I'm in 2nd grade and I'm going to count by tens, here is 0. Do I go 0, 10, 20, 30, 40? Or do I go 0, 170, 160, 150? What's natural? Yeah, so naturally I would go 0, 10, 20, 30. Oh, so which numbers am I using? I'm using the inside numbers. If I use the wrong set of numbers, I get my answer wrong. So I want you to put a dot on 40 degrees. So I'm going to line it up, make sure it's lined up, and then I'm going to go 10, 20, 30, 40. Do you guys see where the 40 is at? So we're going to put a little dot where the 40 is. So the T, the line, the dot. Christopher, the line, the dot. Can you guys help me out by just see if they're doing it? Eyes. They're somewhat on task. Okay, you got the dot? What do you think I want to ask you now? Yeah, so now you can move it and connect your 2 dots. So move it and connect. And here we have a 40-degree angle. We okay? All right. Let's do another dot and a line. So a dot, a line. A dot and a line, a dot and a line, another dot and a line. Okay, now that you have your dot and your line, what do you have to do? So put the dot on the upside down T. Put the dot on the upside down T. So I have my new line, right? Dot, upside down T. This line has to be on that long line by the 4. We're good? Okay. Now I want you to do 120 degrees. 120 degrees. 120 degrees. So I have here 0. Am I going to use the inside numbers or the outside numbers? So I go 0, 170, 160. Is that how you naturally count? Nope. So which numbers am I going to use? Inside or outside? Inside. So use the inside numbers and go all the way to 120. All the way to 120. Put a dot on the 120 and connect your dots. Good. Put a dot on 120. Go all the way 10, 20, 30, 40. Practice your 10s. And then connect them. And as we walk around, we can tell if you got 120 right or wrong. We have this magical ability to see if your angles are right just by looking at them without a protractor. Yes, without a protractor. Yeah. Without a protractor, we can tell if you measured it correctly or not. We have a deep, dark
secret. Looking at it?
Yeah. We're talented. You use the right numbers. I use the outside numbers. I use the inside. No, you use the outside numbers. I need you to use the inside numbers. All right, you need to use the inside numbers. Why? This is 0. So if this is 0, I'm going to go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Do I stop here where it says 120? No, because that's really just 60. 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. So your dot should be up here. And this is how we know. It should be like that. This is 120 degrees. We can tell from a mile away if you are using the right numbers. So, a dot and a line. Okay, let's change it up. So, a dot and the line going the other way. Oh, now the line goes the other way. Gosh, wonder what that's going to make us do. It's going to make us use the outside numbers. So if it goes the other way, you're going to be using the outside numbers. Okay. Can you guys still put... So do you guys see now how it now goes to the 0 instead of the 4? So now it's going the other way. And look at your numbers. Now I'm going to use the outside numbers because it goes 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I'm going to do, let's do 50 degrees. So can you guys do 50 degrees? 50 degrees. Line it up, upside down T. Put a dot on 50, which barely fits on my paper because I did it too high. 50 degrees up there. 0, 50 degrees. 50 degrees, 0. Move it up. And as we walk around, we can clearly see if you chose the right 50 or if you're using the wrong set of numbers. It's a power. It's a power. There's different ways to help you remember. Yeah, but you know, that might not always work. Just remember, guys, you can face it going the way we want it, the 5-degree increment. We're going to give it to you the way we want you to start it, so don't flip it. We're going to give it to you the way we want you to start it, so don't flip it.
So basically the back side.
Correct. You know how hard and difficult it is. All right. Can everybody go to the one that says, it's on the back, it has the 5 degrees on it. 5 degrees on it. So everybody be on this side with the 5 degrees on it. One with the 5 degrees. Sad. All right, so I'll start you off. So you're going to, there's no dot on here. You're free to put it. Oh, there's one thing I don't like about this worksheet. It doesn't reach, huh? I hate that. So what you can do, can you believe people in first period ignored me when I said this? It's terrible. I know, kids ignored the teacher. What I need you to do is you are able to make this line longer with your pencil. Why would I want to make this longer? The reason I would want to make this longer is so it actually makes the math easier, because when I put the protractor down, the line extends so far that I can actually read. So you see I'm going to extend the line so now I can clearly see that it's lined up. And then I can zoom it in and be like, okay, you see it's on this side? So this is 0 degrees, 0. Then I'm going to go 10, 20, 30, 40. Huh. What is it at? It's not 50. 50's over 45. Here. 45. It's right in the middle. Do you guys see how it's right in the middle? Okay, you do it on your paper because you guys need to see it. Don't see it on the screen because it's kind of like, it's not yours. So you look at it on your paper and you're like, oh, I see how it's 45 degrees. 10, 20, 30, 40. It's in the middle. So I'm going to label it 45 degrees. Now, do you guys know that this little circle up there means degrees? When you guys go on your Apple phones and you check out the weather, and you go, oh, what's the temperature? Because yesterday was really cold. It has this little degree sign. All right? Don't do that. Okay, let's try number 2. Do it. Do number 2. Ready, set, go. And keep working. Keep working. Keep going, keep going. Extend your line with the ruler.
But I said 32.
It makes your life easier if you extend.
No, I said look. I don't know, man.
Number 2, I think, is a whole number. No, all your answers will end in 0 or 5.